So today we got 3 topics. I just got back, got on a red eye, got back from Los Angeles, and we heard Gene Soroka from DreTech 2025. Matt Sharp, the CEO of Harbor Trucking Association, invited me. Just want to give you that update. Second, I thought this was interesting from Aurora. We know we talked about complete self-driving trucks here. They want to actually get a driver back in the seat per PACCAR Inc. And third, Todd Spencer, the president of OOIDA, has something he wanted to announce to all 150,000 members and all truck drivers out there about English proficiency. So let's get into today's video. What's going on, Mutha Truckers? Welcome to Mutha Trucking News. Email us at muthatrucknews@gmail.com. So just got back this morning, took a red eye from Los Angeles, got back super tired, but here for you guys. Matt Sharp, the CEO of Harbor Trucking Association, invited me to their conference at DreTech 2025. And the reason why I wanted to go was to learn more about what's going on with all the truck drivers in the ports. Of course, these tariffs, I know we're at a pause right now, and who to better learn and get information from than Gene Soroka. He is the executive director of the Port of Los Angeles, and he was the guest speaker there. So I'm going to show an image here so that you guys can see that, but I wanted to get the information right out of the lion's mouth himself, right? And so basically, this is the update. We know there's a 90-day pause. So this is what Gene Soroka said. He said 10% baseline on all imports from all trading partners, 25% tariff on all autos and auto parts, 25% tariffs on countries that get oil from Venezuela, 25% on steel and aluminum, 25% on Canada and Mexico for non-USMCA compliant goods, and 10% on non-USMCA compliant energy, 30% from the 145% on most goods from China until at least August 10th, and reciprocal tariffs pause to July 8th. So that is the updated on that from Gene Soroka himself. Now, this right here is pretty interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this right here, right? I had a truck driver send me this from Transport Topics, and it says here, Aurora reverses course, puts human back in driver's seat. So just a couple of days ago, they were just so happy that they got 2 semi-trucks on the road where there was no driver in the seat, and there was someone just hanging out in the bunk. There was a picture here of one of their executives in the truck. And so, this is interesting. It says decision to move observer from the rear of the cabin into the driver's seat was made at request of manufacturer PACCAR. So PACCAR wants Aurora to put a truck driver back in the driver's seat because they deem that to be unsafe. The trucks will still be operated by Aurora Driver Autonomous System, but a person will be able to intervene if needed. There you go, people. So, PACCAR, they want a driver back in that seat. So, hey, I'll give you guys more developing story as it happens. But good on you, PACCAR. And I thought I would share this right here. Todd Spencer, the president of OOIDA, wanted to share this public announcement to over 150,000 members that they have. Let me know, what are your thoughts about this? But anytime anything affects truck drivers, we're going to share it.
Hey there. It's always a good day when you get to share some great news, and we have some. I'm Todd Spencer, president of the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association. Yesterday was a really big step toward a meaningful improvement to highway safety for everyone. As some of you may know, back in March, OOIDA petitioned the Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance to put the non-compliance with 391.11, the English proficiency standard, back into the out-of-service criteria. It was CVSA that made the decision to drop the out-of-service requirement back in 2015. CVSA's spring workshop was this week in New Orleans, and we had boots on the ground ready to compel CVSA to act on that petition. Not surprisingly, our petition got a big boost from an executive order signed by President Trump on Monday. The issue at hand in that executive order was enforcement of the English proficiency standard. Our petition not only passed out of the Driver and Traffic Committee, they added additional requests for the Executive Committee. The first was to write the out-of-service requirement into the current English proficiency regulations, making it one of a very short list of regulations with an FMCSA mandated out-of-service order. The second was to harmonize the state CDL testing standards. Every state needs to be on the same page. On Thursday, May 1st, CVSA's Executive Committee adopted all three recommendations of the Driver and Traffic Committee. They tacked on an emergency amendment putting the out-of-service criteria in effect in 60 days, which would be June 25. As far as the two petitions to FMCSA and DOT, there's a process for that. It can go slow or it can go fast. Given the pressure and all eyes on this issue, we expect it to move pretty quickly. In the meantime, we all need to recognize that people will be saying lots and lots of things, some true, some not so much. Misinformation is so common anymore that it's hard to get to the truth. As we move forward, it's never been more important than to point back to highway safety as the motive behind our request and CVSA's actions. For OIDA, this has never been about where a person is from. It's about their safety, our safety, everyone's safety. Trucking is hard enough when you understand the signs and instructions given to you. Any significant language barrier has to make it that much worse. Every one of you has a vested interest in being safe, professional truckers more than anyone else. This is the focus of many of the issues we fight for. We can tick them off: truck parking, flexibility in hours of service, battling back mandates that won't work or simply just don't make sense. This is no different. Complying with the English language proficiency standards doesn't mean you can recite an encyclopedia, but it should mean you comprehend routine safety messages. Those can and should be taught in training schools and tested for. There's more work to be done here, but in the meantime, until the stage is set for the next steps, let's stay focused on the reason behind it: safety. Right now, we can be happy with what we accomplished together as an organization of 150,000 proud members. There will be more to come, and I assure you, we will be calling on all of you to help us make sure that this common sense safety measure crosses the finish line. Thank you to all for what you do, being vocal on this issue, for holding the feet of CVSA, the FMCSA, the DOT, and the President to the fire, and more importantly, for all of them listening. Look, we appreciate all that you do. Stay safe. And again, thank you for everything you do for us.
Overall, thank you for watching today's news segment. This channel is very easy. Truck drivers don't have the opportunity to look up news information. I try my best to travel just like I did to Los Angeles to hear Gene Soroka and the rest of the people at Harbor Trucking Association. But the reality is, you just don't have the time. You got to drive. I understand that. So I'll do my best to curate all the news for you, get all the information so that you're always updated daily. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And just think about subscribing to the channel, because I'm doing my best over here just to give you guys information and trucker news. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and be safe out there.